key question is whether he can improve his knight. If the black knight was somewhere nearer the white king, then huge chances.
Whoa. Did he? Oh, wait, he didn't hang it. Okay.
Why is this a blunder? The white...
F5 and G4. Oh,
my goodness.
5 we live.
We're going to Armageddon, possibly.
Oh, my God.
Bishop on F3 is trapped.
He wanted to trade the rooks with rook B8. He wasn't just trying to be fancy. He was trying to force pieces off the board, and he just forgot where the danger comes from.
F5. Wow. Just
We
to
have a
show
match
this.
on our hands.
This bishop is trapped, nowhere to go. And if you can't take this pawn, you're just going down a pawn at the very minimum. It crossed my mind just pushing this pawn forward, trying to hit the black queen, but maybe the idea persists. Maybe you just...
C4. It doesn't help.
Yeah.
Doesn't help at all.
Oh, bishop D1, queen D5, still 4. Oh, and the rook is hanging too. Oh.
And this is the first time I'm seeing Nordebek just lean into the screen like that. He knows that this is turning around. F5, is there a way to actually safeguard your bishop? David, is it all over for him?
Look at the bar.
It's all over in one move. We were just saying he's played perfectly, he's found safety, but this happens when your queen gets too far distanced from your king. You lose all ability to defend. And this white bishop, we thought it was holding the fort on its own. Turns out that was an illusion, and white's going down to defeat now. Also, it is clumsy putting that white rook on a square. It can later be captured by the black knight. I think he just panicked. I think he got overexcited at the prospect of getting that desired draw. Relax, one move too soon.
Jordan needs to do at this moment, James, is play the move queen to c4. Get out of that pin, hit that rook, threaten the pawn on g4.
And that's it. And we have ourselves an Armageddon. I mean, it's a reminiscent of what happened before, right? All I need is a draw, playing this guy, and, like, same thing happens. It's crazy how it just repeats itself like that in the same situation. Hopefully, he's able to try to salvage this, but it doesn't look like it. The rook's hanging, and we're going to take g4. Whoa, what the heck?
Yeah, but Jordan wasn't born yesterday. He's not going to allow queen h8. Come on.
He played that so quick, too, king g8.
Yeah, like, no way. Nordebek.
So sneaky, dropping the white queen back, trying to get onto the opposite corner on the diagonal. But yeah, Jordan thinking of the opponent's time. That's kind of a boss move. Your opponent plays like the trickiest tactic ever. Nope, I've spotted it. Bang, I've shut the door.
Rook b1 and keep fighting. It's like bishop d1. Black's king is a little bit airy, so Jordan has to demonstrate some precision, but he could just maybe go for checkmate without even touching the d5 pawn.
Yeah, black's going to be at least one pawn up and still struggling to see how white's queen ever kind of zigzags her way in towards the black king. Feels like a pipe dream.
Another turnaround in this match, and now for Nordebek, he's got all these difficult questions to answer with just 4 minutes on the clock. And in the studio, we keep talking about that big moment from earlier in the year at the Tata Steel Masters 2023. A fantastic performance by Nordebek saw him leading the tournament from the start, and it was in round 13, the very last round, where Jordan van Foreest with the black pieces took away all those dreams, beat him. And this, a big grudge match, everything going his way. And now we're seeing another turnaround. Jordan, Nordebek, going into Armageddon.
Jordan's just in the zone. We saw him just kind of hiding his head at the beginning of the game. I think that helped him regain his focus after that heartbreaking defeat in the previous game with white. And what a beautiful move. King g8 in 1 second. Just
yeah, really fast. Right, got out of there. Yeah, I mean, this was great. I mean, King's Indian is very powerful, but this was one that was dry from the beginning. Very dry position. He just worked the magic that he could, got some chances there, and took them when they were there. So great job from Jordan so far, just making the best of his position and creating these problems that are unsolvable right now for Abdusattorov.
Yeah, a couple pipe dreams here, maybe rook a8 at the right moment, some perpetuals. If you take the pawn on d5, you have to watch out for the bishop coming to b3 once the knight moves on to greener pasture. So just a couple T's left to cross and I's to dot, but Jordan's got 6 minutes to do it. I just don't see Nordebek pulling out a swindle here.
And if Jordan does pull this one off for the Armageddon, do you think the momentum totally shifts towards Jordan?
Absolutely. Of course, especially that last game. When you win that last game and you're going into an Armageddon, you still feel the pain of the last game. So, of course, it's easier said than done. It's a little bit of psych there. You got to get over it. But, hey, I won. I'm feeling good. You feel a little bit more confident, too, especially even if you win the bid there. That'd be even better. And then if black pieces winning, let's say Jordan gets the bid, and it could be game over.
The bishop has fallen back. And David, in this position, can black just start getting greedy, pick up the d5 pawn with a check?
He's done
the
it.
answer is yes. 2, 3.
Something's going wrong.
FG, what's the follow-up?
Giving back one pawn, Jordan, just to open up the white king. But yeah, the proof is in the pudding. You've got to eat that pawn and ask black the question, how to checkmate.
Because rook f8 blunders the e7 pawn. That's a very easy pawn to blunder. Then that queen on a1 is going to have its moment in the sun.
Queen, wow. What is the follow-up?
Maybe queen e4. Do you want to hit the e3 pawn?
Okay. Queen a2 check maybe there.
So
Weird
tricky.
checks, yeah.
Yeah, it feels like both kings are equally open at this point. Feels like Jordan maybe didn't need to get greedy. Kind of, you asked the question, Tanya. I was saying, okay, I wouldn't be able to resist either just taking that pawn. But suddenly on the light squares, as Daniel mentioned, all sorts of tricks. And, okay, he's jumped in.
Ibabar showing almost equality here.
What?
Queen d4.
Jumping in as well.
Is it queen d4 and then forcing that queen trade? The knight is nowhere good to go.
Wow.
The bishop jumps out to a4. E7 falls. I think he's blundered queen d4.
There's
Must have missed it.
I don't know if that's the move.
Queen d4, queen e1.
King g2.
Then
Let's-
King
Rook
d2,
f8,
and
bishop
rook
f3.
f8, bishop f3.
Oh my
Wow.
Let's ask Stockfish for help here. Queen d4, only move. Everything else
He'll find
wins
it.
for black.
There's just nothing else to do. Queen a2 check is a miserable endgame.
He's reaching out. He's about to make a move. Queen
He'll play
a2 does trade the queens, but a really bad endgame, and he finds it. Queen d4, super precise by Nordebek.
Jeez.
Jordan got impatient. He tried to force the win. He was a pawn up, 2 pawns up. He didn't need to go this direct. Oh. Wow, I thought I was bracing myself for Armageddon. I was saying, okay, will lightning strike twice? Will it strike again?
Same.
Queen d4. Yeah, black's rook is just too passive.
What a sequence, too. Queen e1, king g2, rook f8, bishop f3, and now who's attacking who, buddy? You know, that's actually a very scary line there. Yeah, after the bishop gets f3 and sacking you, that's no good, right? Rook takes f3, takes check.
Yeah, king is
he runs
g4.
away. Wow.
You've probably got perpetual there, but not more than that. And
Right.
Jordan, of course, cannot trade queens. That was 0 winning chances there. He's tried to check on e1, but the knight on c5 is just not contributing to the attack in any way. It's totally dominated by the queen. I don't see a move for him.
It's even on the board. Queen e1, king g2. And look, he's shaking his head.
Look at Jordan.
My goodness.
Nothing to do. This is maybe what he'd missed. The black rook's entry can be blocked by the move you guys mentioned, bishop f3. Attacking as well as defending. Wow, Jordan so close. He created everything, but Nordebek, nerves of steel. I would have resigned, I think, after f5 or a couple of moves ago. Suddenly, it's counterplay. It's no longer a 2-result game. Even white could win this if black overpresses now.
Without question.
Right.
What to do? You have to force that draw that I think you just mentioned there.
But then that's game over.
No moves.
Match
There's
over.
no checks. There's no moves. There's no ideas. This is cake.
This is heartbreaking after the way things turned around and how Jordan Van Forest did manage to create his chances in a clutch win position and then just rushing with that pawn move, g3, and then it's all over, but Nordebek, queen d4, keeping it precise, keeping it sharp, and now the players are down on the clock. The clock is almost level. Nordebek can feel it. He's so close to taking this one.
That's why I need to retire, guys. These youngsters, they're so sharp, so resourceful. You don't just outplay them and beat them. You need to beat them like 10 times in one game. And how do you finish them off?
And Greg Shade saying, man, I really wanted the Armageddon. I think that's all of us here in the studio.
Yes.
It would have been a lot of fun to see these two incredible fighters take it down to the Armageddon. But so far, Nordebek looks like he is about to level this game and with that, win the match.
Jordan's realised what he's done. There's simply no hope now. No checks, no tricks. White is the one with threats. Okay, he plays this rook move, trying to enter, threatening queen f1, threatening to bring the black
I think
rook
you
in.
have to take on f3 or you literally lose on the spot. Actually, it's that bad. You have no other moves. And of course, you lose the match on the spot if you make a draw.
Yeah.
No, that's it.
It's a no-win situation for Jordan. Rook f3, if that's the best option to try to get a perpetual check in, this is indeed match over, and Jordan really trying to find a way to keep things going. And the problem here, Daniel, is it that white is simply threatening to take on e7 and a mate on g7?
And black just has no
bishop d5.
mating constructions. Maybe knight e6 can be tried here. That's what I would play in Jordan's situation. Okay, he takes on f3. Can't blame him for that. As long as Nordebek sidesteps all the forks and there's nothing to sidestep. He has literally only moves. Queen g4, queen e2 check, and king f5.
King f5,
Maybe
yeah.
possible, but I think he's just going to go king h3
King
Right.
h3
and make the
he
draw.
did.
Tuck and roll, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think king f5 loses there by force after a series of checks, but
Oh, yeah, there's
David's
96 at the
done
end.
it. David's calculated it all.
Yep.
don't need to be a genius to see that line. And, don't need to be a genius to know white will retreat the king to safety and make the draw and win the match. Whoa, king f7.
Was there a knight d3 there?
Okay, queen d5, king f6, and queen d4, king e6. And you dodge the check, so wait a second.
Ooh.
But queen h8 might be the way to like force black into giving a bunch of checks. I don't know.
Also looking at queen takes d6, and does black have more than just a perpetual check there?
Dang,
Nope.
queen d6.
Ooh.
It's all because that knight, black's knight on c5, it's far away from white's king. And just put that on the king's side and you're talking a different tune there. But knight on c5, unable to give a single check. The queen is just not enough to deliver anything more than a perpetual.
Yeah, I think this check is maybe the safest, the simplest. I was just wondering about queen takes, trying to use the pin, but yeah, this one would have been fine too. Wow,
Goodbye.
okay, he finds a safer one. He gave a series of checks. The queens are coming off the board. No winning chances for black. Even with a knight, such a good piece here. You can re-centralize it, but simply you're never going to create a pass pawn. Heartbreaker, that one. That is the final blow, that queen trade.
Wow, that was a very practical decision there by Nordebek, just going for this endgame.
And once you see that, you grab it faster than a college student grabs a free donut. Like, you just take that queen trade and run with it because you know you're never going to lose this endgame. Yeah,
see the
Jordan's not
repetition?
going to try. There's nothing to
Wow.
try for.
And there we have it. Nordebek Abdusattorov takes the match against Jordan Van Foreest. What an incredible fight this was. A disappointing end for Jordan after a fantastic turnaround in that King's Indian defense. He's smiling. He knows he's done it all. And Nordebek there as well with a smile. Both players have a lot to be proud about with the kind of fight that they put up in this big match. Entertaining, classy chess. David, what was the highlight?
Actually, the highlight for me was Nordebek Abdusattorov's defensive play. It was with that resolute defense that he was able to clinch the match. Jordan had created winning chances, and in this position, he had already won a pawn with black, white's king out in the open. And maybe it was just the temptation to win a second pawn that caught him on his heels here, that really tripped him up in his winning attempts. If he had left that pawn on the board, then the black king feels much safer on the light squares. There's never going to be any checks on this diagonal. Black could simply have given a check himself, and the attack would have been decisive. If the white king sidesteps, the black rook could join the action, crashing down now on f2. If the white king had stepped back, then the same idea that Jordan actually played in the game would have been even stronger here. Pawn to g3. This white king is not going to survive the combined might of black's army. In the end, just one careless move, there was suddenly counterplay, and Nordebek guided it towards a draw.
What an amazing play that was. Just keeping everything under control after that miss by Jordan Van Foreest. We've had such an incredible day of chess. We didn't get an Armageddon, but we got 4 extremely fighting, rapid games. And for Jordan Van Foreest, he does get knocked down to the losers bracket. Nordebek Abdusattorov, he continues his run in the winners bracket. And we do have Nordebek joining us. And what a game that was, the last one. We are waiting for him, and here he is. Nordebek,
Yes.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Nordebek, it was a crazy match. All 4 games, just so much entertainment for us. How were you feeling while playing? Was it up and down?
Yeah, it was crazy match, and there were a lot of mistakes, I think. And yeah, I was a little bit maybe lucky that I survived in the last game. But overall, I think we played very good match, and yeah, it was very tough match indeed. Yeah, I'm looking forward for the finals.
Yeah, we're so excited to watch you play in the finals. But Nordebek, I want to just talk about the games a little bit. And I want to start from game 2. There was this moment, and I see your expression, and I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, exactly, yeah. Yeah, I played Queen f3, but honestly, I didn't. My plan was like playing d6 as in the game, So after he played f5, I just immediately played d6 because this was my initial plan. I just didn't see rook f2, and it was some kind of it was some kind of illusion that I'm getting mated. But basically that was it. Yeah.
And did you realize that you missed that moment while the game was on, or afterwards?
No, afterwards, just after the game, I just realized that I can take it. Yeah.
It all turned out well in the end, but even the final game, everything was under control. But then Jordan, he's so good at this. He managed to create his chances.
Yeah, he created a very messy position. Of course, I missed f5. I totally missed this idea of trapping my bishop on f3. And I was very lucky to play e3, and I have this queen a1 trick to coordinate my pieces. Otherwise, it would have been I was just getting crushed there. If not queen a1, then okay. He could have played queen e4 check instead of queen takes d5, I guess, with idea of rook f8 or g3, which is, I think, stronger. But I mean, it's very tough in kind of tense situation. Yeah, I mean, basically, he just grabbed the pawn, and after that, I just hold the game.
Yeah, you played flawlessly after that. Nodibek, in the studio, we were also discussing about the history with Jordan Manforest. Now, you guys have played some amazing chess in the past as well, and I know it was a difficult moment back at the Tata Steel Masters, the final round. Was this a bit of a grudge match for you?
No, I don't consider it like as something dramatic. I just lost that game because he played better than me, and he just outplayed me there, and I wasn't. Of course, I was very upset not winning the tournament, but I wasn't very upset about the game. Today I managed to beat him, but I think we can. I think he has still chance to play in the finals. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, you might have a rematch, but tomorrow you've got a day off while the players fight it out in the elimination bracket. What's the plan for the rest day?
I'm enjoying time here, and also preparing, and just have a walk, and to go sightseeing. Maybe there is a beautiful place here, I think, nearby. So yeah, I will go there, and we'll have a rest.
Will you follow the other bracket, the action on, to see who you will be playing in the grand final?
Yeah, of course. But until then, maybe I will have I will rest.
We wish you a really good rest. And before you go, we've got a little surprise for you. We had a drawing competition for chess kids, and we want to show you one of the young artists. They actually drew you. And Nodibek, this is the drawing.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice.
It was one of the winning paintings. It was, you know what I thought was really amazing was the medal around. It reminded me of the Chennai Olympiad.
Yes. Yes.
So we've been having these
quite nice memories.
Yeah, we've been just having these amazing drawings of all of you being sent. And thank you so much, Nodibek. You're such a sport, and we're so excited to see you in the grand final. Enjoy your rest day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks. All the best. Wow. Nodibek there reacting at the arts that we received earlier. It's just so wholesome and so cute, the kind of drawings that we've been seeing come in. And these are the brackets while Nodibek Abdusattorov gets a day off in the winner's bracket. We will be seeing action in the loser semi-final as Fabiano Caruana takes on Jules Moussad, and the winner will play against Jordan. As Nodibek said, Jordan Van Voorhis might actually come back to face him in the grand final, David.
Yeah, we've actually seen that twice already this season. The player losing the winners' final is able to retrace their steps, fight their way back, and get a second shot at the prize. So don't be surprised if we see a rematch of today's final.
Just amazing, incredible stuff there, and more action coming up. Daniel, what did you make of what we witnessed in the final game 4?
Just amazing action all the way. I mean, Jordan is in such good form this tournament, and again, he's got another chance. He's just got to rest. I know who he would more rather face between Caruana and Jules Moussard. Pretty complicated question. I think it is Jules Moussard, so he's got some time to rest. Noterbeck, though, he is the future. He is incredible. He's universal. And just the way that he handled that after he committed the mistake, after he allowed F5, that was the most impressive bit to me. The way he just calmed himself down and then found 15 perfect moves to pull out the draw and make his way into the grand final.
A very well-deserved break there after all the action that we saw from Nodibek Abdusattorov. We've had so much fun today. The chess was fantastic. Starting from the elimination bracket up to the winners bracket, we had the drawing competition. Saw some amazing, fun artwork there. And not just that, it doesn't stop here. We've got a really, really fun segment coming up tomorrow. We're going to reveal that tomorrow. But here's a little teaser. David Howell went to London and the chess kids did challenge him to a school test. David, it was a lot of fun.
What's the capital of Guyana?
And you know this answer?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, gosh. I thought we'd start easy, like what's 2 times 2?
What year did Queen Boudica die?
I don't even know the century.
What are the effects of the Black Death and where did it originate from?
What do all the coordinating conjunctions put in a certain order spell out?
I want you to clearly explain how you find out the percentage of a certain number.
Clearly. Explain.
David, did you have fun there? That was fun to watch.
I'm still traumatized. Kids are too clever these days, so what can I say?
For all the chess kids out there, this has been such a fantastic event. You can also go play some chess on ChessKid. It is the coolest, most fun platform to start your chess journey. And the chess journey does continue in the ChessKid Cup. We do have Nodibek Abdusattorov, who's made his way into the grand final, and we'll find out who challenges him to win the ChessKid Cup. We will be back with all the action tomorrow. See you then. Harry the H-pawn is alive.
He's blundered. The white king can now creep forward.
2 seconds, 1 second. He has to make a move.
He has no moves.
And that's it, Queen F8.
Let's go, King's Indian. Let's go. We got one finally, bro.
E4 or you're dead.
Finds it. Jordan in absolute disbelief.
The white
F5 and G4. Oh
My goodness.
5 we live.
We're going Armageddon.
Nodibek Abdusattorov takes the match against Jordan Van Voorhis.